The 6'2" senior, 15, JALEN Brunson. JALEN Brunson.
Starting to warm up, starting to put on a show.
That left-handed shot is so smooth.
Brunson creates his own space. That is filthy.
Oh, look at Brunson.
4 players around him behind the back. Beautiful pass.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a game-busting five, folks.
That is why he is a McDonald's All-American. And JALEN Brunson makes them pay.
Brunson, long three, count it.
Villanova, you are getting a star.
Nothing but net.
Quick hands.
Hooked away Dillon with the steal. In the open floor and with the slam dunk.
A 4A championship game record.
Seems like he has everything underneath his name.
He's the best player in the state of Illinois.
An outstanding career for one of the best point guards this state has ever seen.
It's a difficult task to place your name among the greats that have played high school basketball in the state of Illinois. But when your name is JALEN Brunson, you are determined to achieve your goals through relentless work and execution. The future Villanova Wildcat rewrote countless records during his time at Stevenson High School, earning him the prestigious 2015 Illinois Mr. Basketball Award. Now, like all great players throughout the game's history, JALEN was faced with adverse moments on the court that ultimately shaped his path to becoming one of the best point guards in the nation. Now, to understand why this young man is destined for greatness, you must start with his origins. Let's meet the 2015 Illinois Mr. Basketball winner, JALEN Brunson.
I'm here tonight to present Chicago Tribune Mr. and Miss Basketball Awards, presented to the best boy and girl player in the state, as selected by the state's schools and media outlets. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Basketball for 2015, JALEN Brunson.
There's so many people I could thank. Really, it was just a lot of hard work to put into this, and I'm truly thankful. Thank you.
All right, we are finally here, the home of JALEN Brunson, the legend. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Ready to see the shrine, man?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Garage door.
All right, JALEN, so we got a lot going on here, but of course my eyes go directly right here. Now, talk to me about the trophies that you have in here and some of the accomplishments.
Okay, well, there's a lot. This is the most recent Mr. Basketball Award, where I got down in Normal. These are 2 Gatorade Player of the Year awards I got back last year and this year. And these awards right here are called Patriot Awards. Coach Ambrose gives out to the players that, who really just, embodies that Patriot symbol. And there's a lot in here, and I'm just really thankful. So, yeah. Sometimes my parents say I'm just a little bit too much of a competitor. So, I mean, it's a good problem to have. And then as you go down, this is our state championship ring. I'll take it out. It has like the Patriot symbol.
Now that's a nice design though, man. Did you design that?
Myself and Coach Hess, the assistant coach, we
Okay.
designed it. We wanted to make sure it was perfect. I mean, on the side it says finished business. I mean, past couple years we've had some unfinished business to take care of.
Brunson in the lane for 2. JALEN Brunson with his 26-point, a 4A championship game record. And your 4A champion, the Stevenson Patriots. The captains of Stevenson, please step forward to receive the first place trophy 2014.
How about JALEN Brunson? What a way to finish your prep career with a state championship.
I can't even speak right now. I'm just so happy. Worked so hard for this. I'm just really honored and blessed.
Don't slow up. No. Full speed. Here. Jump. Take you into your shot. Go.
All right, now your dad had a 9-year NBA career. You being with him in the gym, seeing his work ethic and how hard he worked on his game, did that ultimately shape your work ethic and also love for the game?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely love started early.
I think just as soon as he could walk, he was dribbling the ball. Always trying to follow and mimic his dad.
You know, any father wants their kid to follow in their footsteps, so At an early age, since he could walk, he always had a ball. He always came to the gym with me, but not my wildest dream was ever saying, we're gonna make him the next best point guard to ever play.
Nice pass, JJ!
Now growing up, was your dad your favorite NBA player? If not, then who was your favorite NBA player? And did you try to model your game as a kid after your dad watching him play in the league?
Really young, I thought my dad was the best player in the world. And then as I got older, seeing other players, Steve Nash is one of my favorite players for a long time. And I loved him. I had a fat head of him in my room. I used to wear number 13 all the time. But really, if it wasn't my dad, it was Steve Nash.
All right, man, let's keep it moving.
So yeah, this is where I wake up every morning and dream of playing in the NBA, dream of playing on the big stages. But this picture right here is where it really started. This was John Chaney's Sunny Hill basketball camp, one of my first sleepaway basketball camps.
This might be my favorite picture because you look at your face, it's like a young warrior getting ready for battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those faces that shows you that you're struggling, you're going through something tough, playing basketball all day, and all you want to do is lay down, but you got to keep working hard. And I mean, I think this is really where it started, me getting that mindset of, you got to work. But that's when I started getting that mindset.
Tall. Right hand. Point your foot. Right hand.
The work ethic really started around the 7th and 8th grade to now. I mean, when I was really young, I didn't know that I had to work that hard. I thought Dad was just doing something that he loved to do. I didn't really understand it.
Hard. Take another move.
I really worked for a lot of my talent and my strengths.
Walk back, sprint back.
I mean, everything I've done, I've put a lot of effort in.
Harder. Walk back.
He moved into the area, and some of those junior high coaches, which are contacting me, said, you've got to see this special young man advanced past his age. At 7th grade, I think, when he moved in, they say he plays mature beyond his years. And then I was able to see him in a feeder game here at Stevenson, kind of saw quickly that this young man has a chance to be a tremendous player very early in his varsity career. I gave him the proverbial keys to the car. Even though he couldn't drive, I tossed him my car keys.
I think Coach Ambrose was really good at making sure that the players, regardless if he was a starter or not, that the camaraderie was there.
I think going into the summer, I was a little nervous. I was 14 years old, playing against 18-year-olds. But once I started playing my style of basketball, they gained respect for me.
It was his confidence and his skill, too. Usually, young players may be having one or the other, but he had both.
Once I showed him that I could play, that's when things really started opening up.
And I was trying to instill more confidence in him to say, hey, don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about necessarily trying to fit in. The team is going to follow your lead, and you did a great job of that.
That's where Ambrose came in big for us. Do you play a young 9th grader on your team? Do you even give him starter minutes? Whatever it is. And Ambrose shielded him from all those criticism or people jealous of him. And also Jalen showed that he belonged, so that helped.
I didn't like losing. Freshman year, we weren't that good. We were 17-11. Wasn't what I expected at all. I wanted to win, and to win, I had to work hard. It just showed how resilient I was from freshman to sophomore year.
Maybe one of the biggest surprise players that not a lot of people knew about when the season started was Jalen Brunson of Stevenson.
Jalen has really stepped up this season.
Between freshman and sophomore year, you've seen that he's gotten stronger.
Jalen Brunson is a player a lot of colleges are looking at already.
He is indeed probably ranked as the #1 sophomore, certainly in the top 3 right now in the state of Illinois.
Stevenson has Jalen Brunson, but they also have another sophomore, number 35, Connor Kasnow.
Jalen Brunson, of course, he's a natural talent when he's become a little more aware on the basketball court.
Completely unselfish, wanting respect to the upperclassmen. Sometimes not easy to do for a sophomore who has the ball in their hands a lot.
Brunson scores!
Only a sophomore, folks. The crossover, phenomenal play by one of the top sophomores in the state of Illinois.
And RSA from Brunson +1.
And add to the Jalen Brunson highlight. How about that? The no-look wraparound pass by the Super Sophomore.
Stevenson fourth quarter, and they win the North Suburban Conference Championship 73-58.
Is this a team that can get to Peoria?
This is a team that gets to Peoria. With our work ethic and how we listen to Coach Ambrose, how hard we practice, I just think, yeah, we're a state-bound team.
Do you ever sit and think, wow, we have 4 sophomores and all this talent, we could be good for a couple of years?
You know, we got to focus on this year. We're seizing the moment right now. We can't let this slip.
The sophomore year, that year really broke out onto the scene in the state of Illinois because nobody really expected, honestly, a lot from Stevenson. And really rose to the occasion and proved a lot of people wrong.
In that year, I didn't really think I was having a breakout year. I didn't really pay attention to all that stuff. But now that I look back at it, that's when it really started for me. I mean, the way I've escalated throughout my game. This state championship, my sophomore year, like you said, playing against Simeon, Jabari Barker's team. This is Kendall Pollard, who's at Dayton right now. I think this was in the first half because Kendall Pollard didn't guard me in the second half. Got him in foul trouble early. This was Dante Ingram. I mean, they had so many guys guard me that game. They really made me work for whatever I had, the 14 points.
Simeon, top-ranked team. We've kind of been a Cinderella team. We have 19 straight wins. We're all gonna be going nuts here. This is a place to be right now.
This sign is for JALEN Brunson because he is our king and we all bow down to him and the boys.
For basketball, we've never been in a state championship, and it's really a surreal moment for us, and we want to come out here and make sure we're supporting our team.
Let's go Kings! Go Wolverines!
From 1994 through 1997, Peoria Manual captured 4 straight Illinois state titles. No other team had matched that feat until the 3-time defending Class 4A state champion Wolverines of Simeon made history with a victory over the Stevenson Patriots.
History in Peoria.
Congratulations to the Simeon Wolverines, their 4th straight IHSA boys basketball title. Amazing.
Came up short against Simeon, but how did that loss really motivate your team for that next season?
It really motivated us. First of all, we were so young. We had about 5 sophomores on the team, but it was really tough. Just knowing how that felt to lose is going to give us more motivation to win it next year. We went into that summer, really working hard, having that in the back of our minds, and we were really hungry for next year. We just got to build on, how we did win, which was chemistry. My teammates are not just teammates, they were brothers from that point on.
It's going to take a great effort to beat the Stevenson Ball Club. We talk so much about Brunson, but let me tell you, they have a deep, deep basketball team.
Head Ambrose, he thinks this year's team is a bit stronger, is a bit quicker, and he feels that they can shoot from the perimeter a little bit better than last year's team.
I think it really started with the other guys, not just me, not just Connor, but the other guys saying, hey, we're going to get back here, we're going to do this again, we're going to win it.
What a foul by Camron Green. Cash off, dishes it off. Brunson for 3 for the corner, he got it. And the Stevenson Patriots, they look like they might just be on their way to reclaiming the #1 ranking in the Chicagoland area. A winner tonight over #1 Marion.
No doubt about it, JALEN Brunson, our CN100 player of the game.
As much as I could, I tried to really make this about the team, how we have to have the same mentality coming out every game. Part of our plan, we've got to take it one step at a time. We're doing that very successfully right now. We've got to keep going.
The North Suburban Conference Championship is at stake. The Stevenson Patriots, what a season it has been. Only 1 loss. They went deep to Peoria last year. They want to do that again this year, but they want to take care of some business here tonight. Brunson with an incredible move. Oh, my.
Wow.
Brunson final numbers, 37 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
The full offensive arsenal in front of our CN100 fans tonight.
Kid's only a junior, folks. Stevenson wins its 26th game of the season.
Last year, you got all the way to the state championship game. What's it like at this point, knowing what you have ahead of you?
It's a journey. We got to look at it one game at a time. We did that last year, got really far, unsuccessful though. But this year, we have to have the same mentality, same work ethic, come focused the rest of the season. And now it's 0-0, everyone's even.
We'll see how it goes.
Brunson, he has 50.
You're looking at the star power, Okafor, Brunson, back and forth. This is unbelievable.
We play in what is considered the game of the decade, where a young man, JALEN Brunson, has 56 points.
What a night from Jalen Brunson.
That was a great game, a hard-fought battle. We had the lead the entire game, but it was never a comfortable lead.
Ahead to Okafor. Oh, my goodness. Shine on, Jaleel, shine on.
You guys come up short in the state semifinals, but you score a state record 56 points.
And there's another three-point basket from the junior. 56 points.
What was it about that game for you that really clicked to break that record?
I really wasn't even thinking about the record. I didn't even know what the record was. All I was thinking was win.
The bottom line is, Whitney Young will be playing for the state championship tomorrow night.
Jaleel Okafor, what did you say to Jalen there before he walked off?
I said he had nothing to hang his head about. I mean, the man had 56. I mean, what more can I say about that? I just told him to keep his head up. He had nothing to be ashamed of, and good luck next year.
You have to tip your hat to Jalen Brunson. The valiant effort just came up a little short again, and it's hurtful for that Stevenson team because they had big goals set before this year to win a state championship trophy.
Like you said, we came up short, but that sparked the fire for the next year.
Let's talk about your college recruitment and how intense that was.
It was tough.
Rick Brunson joining me now, and Rick, Jalen is about to go through that process of where to continue his basketball career. What advice would you give him?
The most important thing that we talk about is for him to pick a coach. Any school that he goes to with a great coach, he can adjust to the school.
Coaches, they spoke to Jalen. I want Jalen to get comfortable with those guys and get a type of relationship. You know, that's going to be like a father figure. And I thought he did a great job. He handled it well.
In just a couple of moments, senior guard Jalen Brunson will tell us where he will continue his basketball career.
I mean, there's some points where I thought I'm going to that school many times. But once that process was over, I mean, I was so happy with my choice.
Apparently, he has it knocked down to either the University of Illinois or Villanova.
Sadly, there can only be one choice. At this time, I want to announce that I will be continuing my career as a student athlete at Villanova University.
Once I said it, I mean, I was just so thankful. I was so happy. I finally got it over with. I knew it was a perfect fit for me. Once I really got to know Villanova and what they were about, it just fit me personally. It fit my family. It really resembles Stevenson High School. The coaching staff, the team, everyone's just so together. That's really similar to what we had at Stevenson. I mean, I really love that family atmosphere, everyone staying together. So, I mean, it's perfect for me.
One thing, you know, I've always talked to Coach about, my team is about, you can't look ahead. You can't look ahead at all. We just got to work hard one day at a time, and I know that's what we're capable of doing.
From that point on, I just really worked on being a leader, being the biggest vocal guy on the court, like Coach Ambrose on the court.
We put ourselves in some tough spots this year where we had a very tough schedule and played kind of national level opponents, and you know, those things really helped us.
Coach Ambrose knew what he was doing. We were playing against high level competition.
And Jalen, of course, led us, not allowing us to get stuck in some of the same ruts. We followed his lead.
I did not want to lose. That drive was just going.
Locally, you had some challenges, mainly in your own conference with Lake Forest.
A matchup of two of the top teams in the state of Illinois. It's Stevenson against Lake Forest.
Playing against them was awesome. You always knew you were going to get a good game.
For number one ranked Stevenson, they are this year's high school basketball Beatles. Everybody pays attention to what they do, and they get everybody's best shot.
They're mascots and scouts, so they knew everything. They scouted everything.
But it seemed like for you that you always got up for those games. Just something about Lake Forest that you gave them your best.
Johnson has Brunson with him, and he'll jam it home.
I don't know, playing Lake Forest, I thought it was like Duke, North Carolina. I mean, it's one of those rivalries where you know you're going to get a good game every time.
Three-pointer, Brunson, nothing but net.
With a man in his face.
Stevenson is on a 10-0 run, and they lead by 10.
I just love playing that gym. I mean, I don't know, it's just a great gym I've always played ball at.
Jalen Brunson.
The student session always try and get under my skin. And I just show them it doesn't work.
Brunson.
When stuff like that happens, I even play better, I think. More fuel to the fire.
Long three, count it! What a shot by Jalen Brunson. His fifth three-pointer of the night.
This is a very hard team to play. Only lost to them once, though. Freshman year, first time we played Lake Forest, we lost them here. And since then,
Stevenson wins it.
And another team that was similar to Lake Forest that you guys always seem to have to go through was Simeon. Now, 2013, you lost to them in the state championship game, but that next year, you guys played in the City Suburban Shootout. You beat them. But your senior season, in February, again, the same City Suburban Shootout, you lose that game. But ultimately, how did that loss refocus your team right before state tournament time?
yeah, I mean, playing against Simeon, another well-coached, they're a school that's just legendary. Derrick Rose, Jabari, had so many great players come out of there. That loss really just showed us how hard it is to win a state championship.
And it seemed like you had to prove something every time that you played against Simeon, because in the city of Chicago, across the state of Illinois, people view Simeon as the Goliath of high school basketball within this state. But you guys had to make sure, hey, we're just as good as those guys. We have to make sure that they know who we are and the state knows who we are.
When it comes to us, we don't care who we play on the court. If we came on the court, we got to play Stevenson basketball every time, and that's what we did. You know, but that was a state championship caliber team. I think it was great for us. Obviously, after the game, we were upset. You know, we didn't lose in the state the whole year.
Who knows? They might play each other for the championship.
Everyone thought that we were going to play each other for the state championship, you know, but they lost in the Elite Eight. I think that loss really just helped us refocus and helped us really think about what we need to do when we actually get in the state tournament. And situations like that, which we did have a couple times, really just prepared us really well. We didn't want to lose, but I think it was a great thing for us.
The Rolex where? Woo! Diamond ring where? Woo! Kiss stealing? Woo! Ribbon stealing? Woo! Limousine riding? Woo! Jet flying? Woo! Son of a gun. Now I'm having a hard time holding these youngins down. They give it 2 claps and a red flag. Woo!
It's state tournament time. And it seemed as each round your team advanced, your hunger intensified. What was your mindset?
One step at a time. That was our motto all year. I mean, obviously we lost sophomore year. Junior year we got there, lost again. Senior year, each game we played, I mean, we weren't playing for the state championship. We were playing to win that game until we got to the state championship.
They'll only consider it a success if they get past this game and win 2 more and win a state championship.
This is the last hurrah for Jalen Brunson, and he wants that championship.
Stevenson wins.
I think that the pressure has been enormous. I guess it all started when we were at the football state championship game for Stevenson. And then as soon as they won, everyone just started to turn around and say, it's basketball's turn. And I know for me, I just my stomach just turned. So I would say that to get downstate again was tremendous, but at the same time, it's like, that's not why we're here. Not just to get there.
But honestly, when we got downstate and he was 0 for 10, he didn't change his look, I knew we won the state title that night. Because, you know, 2 years ago, he'd have been frustrated. He had a look on his face. He was 0 for 10 before he had that dunk at the end of the half. The next day, when I walked in the gym, I told her, it's over. I ain't worried about this. I really believe that. He was 0 for 10, and you'd have thought he was 10 for 10. So that tells you everything you need to know about him.
Tonight's 4A championship game for 2015 features the Stevenson Patriots from Lincolnshire, a record of 29-3, and Normal Community Ironman 33-1.
What do you remember about that game itself? Because you were amazing once again on the biggest stage in the state of Illinois.
I prepared for that game unlike any other game I prepared for.
Brunson creates his own space.
That is filthy. We saw him go through his struggles yesterday in the semifinals, but that's a great sign for Jalen Brunson, knocking down that 3.
So I think the way I prepared for that game really did help me.
A miss from Sebring.
Now, I've done a number of Jalen's games, and I've seen you in the crowd, locked in and focused, but it seemed like in Peoria, you're in a different zone. Take me back to those moments watching your son elevate himself with each basket.
Oh, you got him.
Brunson will attack. Whoa.
Yes, sir. That is why he is a McDonald's All-American.
You know, he can be a McDonald's All-American, he can have all the points, but if he never won.
There you go.
A 3 ball from Brunson.
I mean, it's danger time for the Ironman because he is in a groove right now.
Great job, baby. Great job.
Yes, I'm his father, but I coach, I teach the game. And I want my son to be the best point guard to ever play.
He is feeling it.
That's how we work.
See him talking right now. He said these guys can't guard me. And a lot of people feel that that's cockiness. That's just confidence on his part because he understands that he can get anywhere that he wants with that basketball.
Brunson picking a spot and finding it.
No one realizes Jalen puts in hours upon hours.
Jalen Brunson with his 26-point, a 4A championship game record.
He's constantly working. So I knew he was working for one thing, and that was to win a state title.
Jalen Brunson, 30 of his team's 52 points.
I think when they started to sub the players is when I actually could finally relax.
One by one, the Patriots come off the floor.
Took a deep breath and actually believed it.
I think it was the best part was the brothers. I mean, there's so many great parts, but the guys that have been there since day one, freshman year.
Talk about persevering through it in first times. And Jalen Brunson is the epitome of that. An outstanding career for one of the best point guards this state has ever seen.
You can just see how bad people wanted it. We had such great chemistry. All the guys were just in it to win the whole year. And not all players played. We had some seniors sitting on the bench that didn't really see the floor at all. And they knew their role. I mean, it was the best thing that our team could have.
Joshua McMullen with it. He's going to launch a three. Yes! Go ahead, Josh. And that man brought the biggest cheer of the night from his teammate.
That is great to see. Enjoy the moment for your teammate.
What a way to go out.
Yes.
And your 4A champions, the Stevenson Patriots.
It was just so emotional that day. I can't even explain it. I mean, it was one of the best times of my life. Hugging my parents after the game, I'm obviously not going to forget. There's so many rare moments me and my dad have a moment like that, and it was just really emotional.
I couldn't hold it in, you know. I broke down because I just know how special it is.
It was just a great feeling, and just to see all that hard work culminate to that championship moment, it's something I'll never forget.
This right here was after the state championship game, me and my mom hugging. It was just one of those moments that you're never gonna forget. And I was just so thankful that, I was able to get to that moment and achieve my goal.
That was one time in my life that I really needed to sit back and just realize what was happening. I mean, we just won a state championship after losing 2 years in a row.
I can't even speak right now. I'm just so happy. Worked so hard for this. We failed twice, but it was well worth the wait, man.
But most importantly, I didn't do this by myself.
Let's meet the Patriots of Lincolnshire Stevenson, first place, 2015 4A.
I just love talking about my teammates because of how hard they worked. They didn't want to let Coach Ambrose down. They didn't want to let the captains down. They didn't want to let our student sections down.
Captains of Stevenson, please step forward to receive the first place trophy 2014 4A.
They just really wanted to make this a perfect season.
Congratulations to Stevenson's Jalen Brunson on winning 2015 Illinois Mr. Basketball.
I mean, this award really does mean a lot to me. My parents helped me, my little sister helped me, Coach Ambrose helped me. Everyone that's been a part of it is really a piece of that Mr. Basketball award. My name's on the wall, but it's not my gym, it's our gym. It's my team's gym, it's my brother's gym. It's where we worked. It wasn't just me.
Now, you can describe Jalen in so many words because of just his accomplishments on the court, in the classroom, in the community. But if you could single it down to one word for you, Sandra, what word would that be to describe your son, Jalen?
Warrior. Just because he's always going to find a way to win or succeed, no matter what.
And for you, Rick?
Just a competitor. I'm not going to keep him down. We read everything everyone says. You write it, we read it. Can't win a state title in Lake County. Can't be Mr. Basketball. Can't play in the NBA. Too slow, can't jump. We read it all. It's just weird though because they said the same thing about me. So when you got talent and you put that with hard work, that's a lethal combination.